we start. This is light green, and we can start putting some light green. Sometimes we leave some white piece of the paper. We add soon the other darker green inside this mix. We don't follow the shape. We can use also some dark green. I take with the spatula some brown for the stick hood. And I mix all the things. Here that we are close to the tomatoes, I stop a little bit. Maybe I create some leaves. Okay, now with a round brush I put some water on the first tomato. I bring some color and I start using orange and red. Here we have some green. These tomatoes here is a little bit green and orange. We can add some orange. And green. And then here we have another one. You can notice that I mix all the color together and I don't take care too much of the shape, but I want the color mixing in a big stain. Here I put some orange, more than in this one, because I like to see some color. Here it's something green, and then we have green inside here, but maybe it's nice to see some red here that mix with the green. And then here it's a pale tomato. Okay, here we have a green one, but we put also some yellow because we like it. You can change from the photo and do really what you like more, what you want. You don't have to follow the photo. This one is yellow and pale, but what we are going to do is to put some red, because I think it's better. So we put also some red and yellow. We like tomatoes, red tomatoes. Okay, then here we have green again. And then we have some leaves that could be interesting. So we make just a big stain, green stain. We take the other flat brush and we leave the color going around. We put some other color. I see here light green, but I will put some yellow. Can be interesting. Okay, leave. Now, before using the negative technique, we need to get some light from the tomatoes. So, with a sponge and water, natural sponge is better. We get some light. Here you see from the tomatoes, because light and shadow, they are the most important things for the volume, to get and reach the volume, round shape of the tomatoes. Okay, just a little. You see that with the sponge we just start getting some volume, because it's the light that makes the volume of the things. Okay, now we start. So I've already prepared some green and middle tone and dark green. I used 2 brushes, one for the color and one for the water. So I use this and I start with the hood stick here with the negative. So I put some color there, some brown also, and then with the other brush I fade the color. And then with the imagination, I can start to imagine a leaves from here, coming from in this side, for example, or another one in this position. And then I always need to fade out the color. It's really magic. Here we have the tomatoes. With the negative technique, what I do is to paint what it's around in the background, and then we have always to shading out, to fade out. Then here we put some green also here. We don't use all the, we don't try to have all the sticks because it's too heavy to see. This is the other, and then here we have the tomatoes, and we fade out the color. Here we can imagine one leaf, and then here we can see a small branch, and here another leaves, for example, and then we have to fade it out or to blend out. Here in this area we can think about doing something. And then we leave the space of the leaves without color. We paint around, and then we blend it can imagine some branches or what you like. Then when it getting dry, we can also, let me see if it's okay, we can also take off some color, can be useful. Okay. Then here we put first some dark, some red, and with a little bit of blue, and yellow, blue, ultramarine blue, and permanent rose, some yellow again. We have like perylane marron, and we can put a little bit there. If you put darker behind, the tomatoes will come out with no problems. That's the negative. Oh no, I just made, okay, I correct it. Okay, you see how it's coming out, this one? Very, very easy now for it to come out. And we can put also here. This is the way to reach the volume and at the same time to make the tomatoes coming out. Last things. maybe some red again here, just a touch. It's not there, but it's our feeling now. Okay, I think it's enough. We can move this.